Hello, witches. I have my cauldron going. I have chosen to use my spell cookie to burn on a charcoal disc, but I have also enlisted the aid of an ancestor per se. It's not a human ancestor, but I do have a skull of a previous pet, and I enlisted his aid as well in performing the spell that I want to happen. Some people think that's considered kind of dark magic, black magic, to use things like skulls or our ancestors communicate with the dead, but I don't think so. If you're doing it in a prayerful way with good intentions, I don't think that it's necessarily dark or evil or bad. I think everybody has their own heart, and depending on the goodness or the badness of what's in your heart, your intentions are what is important, what's coming through. So there's mine, and there's my stove. I have a fan going because it gets real smoky in here. And yeah, I'm getting ready to blend up a nice coffee drink. I have some tomatoes that are coming from our garden this year, and I have harvested several times so far from some of my plants. This lavender plant, though, has not flowered this year. I've heard that they sometimes only flower every other year. I'm not sure if that's true because I've never had a lavender before. This one is sage, and I've taken some sage to dry. I'm drying oregano. I use little clothespins, and I kind of stick it all over the place when I have too much in my closet already, and that's how I dry it. These are just house plants that stay there all year. Then I have these down here are house plants not to be harvested, but this is basil. I've harvested a bunch of that so far. My aloe, I only take it as I need it. This is mint. I've harvested some of that. And let's see what else. I have the room, very witchy kind of room in here with my plants. So try to keep it nice atmosphere. It's still very hot. It hasn't cooled down in New England yet. These are the tomato plants, and this one is this is an oregano plant. Down there I have rosemary. Let's see if I can zoom in. Rosemary and another tomato plant. I keep watering the tomato plant, and it's turning kind of yellow, but the leaves dry out, and that kind of stinks. Because I'm watering and watering and the leaves are getting yellow, but because it's so hot, I still have to keep watering or else the leaves get all crinkled and dry. If you guys have any ways that you know that I don't of how to prevent that, let me know. I have switched the doors from the spring wreaths to these. But ever since I started making my own wreaths and my own brooms and things, I find myself unsatisfied with the store-made kind of ones. I think I'm going to have to find some kind of a spot where I can harvest vines so I can make my own. And maybe I'll hang this broom somewhere. I noticed in Salem when I went last time that they have taken on a much more natural look with the things that they are selling, like similar to my natural. Like I don't polish the wood or do any of that. Everything I do is quite natural. So it looks similar to the way it looked in nature. This is my favorite one. So we're trying to keep it cool in here, so the kids have put up blankets over the windows. There's my drum. And the witchy area. I think today I might be doing some divination. I have been having much more success with it than I had in the past. I don't know if I did a video on this yet, but I actually had a successful first time talk with a dead person. And at first I thought I was kind of crazy, and I was trying to say I was just hearing things, but then when I did some further reading, it definitely made me absolutely sure that that was what I had happen. I was talking to a dead person, or they were talking to me. They did try to answer questions that I asked, but the way they were speaking wasn't typical to our way that we speak. It was very, very, very fast, with kind of strange diction. But I mean, I could understand the words, but it was going so fast that it was hard to put sense to it and understand it. He was just telling me so many things, and it was going so fast that I really couldn't have enough time to comprehend it enough to write it down or anything. But it was pretty cool. I think if I do it again, maybe the book suggested that I should have recorded, but I wasn't ever expecting to have that kind of success, and I didn't have anything with which I could record it, because they say a lot of times people don't understand what they're saying at all, and then when they go back and they listen to the tape over and over again, they can figure it out. But it was just a quick thing, and it only lasted about 20 minutes to half an hour, and then was gone. And I was hearing the voice. It was using an electrical device, the air conditioner, and it was like using the air conditioner sound to get its voice to come through that. It was really cool. And it was especially cool when it was commenting on what I was reading, because I had a book in front of me, and I know that he could see it, and he was commenting on the book. So it wasn't just a fluke. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright guys, I will continue making some more craft kind of videos and feeling inspired again. I'm sorry that I go through these weird waves where sometimes I make a lot of videos and sometimes I don't make many at all.